You are listening to Win on KZKO. Check them out every Monday from 4 to 5 p.m. Mountain Time. Only on KZKO The Vibe.
And now, World Improv Network proudly presents Community Court.
When common decency between two parties cannot be solved on their own, Community Court is here to solve the problem.
All rise for the Most Honorable Judge Kenneth Vicarro.
Oh, well, hello everybody. Welcome once again to my courtroom. This is my domain. I'm the king. You might say I'm the president. And I only say that because I've got Mr. Former President Bill Clinton. Hello.
Thank you. It is a pleasure to be here.
You know, I've had a lot of stars, a lot of famous folks, a lot of world-renowned figures come in here, but no one quite of your stature and saxophone playing skills.
Oh, well, thank you.
Would you? I actually dabble with saxophone, and I've got this is an alto sax. I know you're more familiar with the tenor, but would you be willing to?
Well, I'll bring it with me wherever I go.
You do? That is so cool.
Right here.
That was awesome. That was awesome. Excuse me. Hey, Junior. I need you to keep it down today, okay, Junior buddy?
It sounds like you're a new father.
You know, it feels like, I'm not getting any better at it, so I guess every day I'm a new father.
Well, I am happy to be a new grandfather.
Oh, and that's a great segue into why we're here today, isn't it? 'Cause I have Mr. Cedric Yellingston of the New York Post. You're the
chief editor of the New York Post.
Whoa.
That's what I do. I put stories together all day long, every single day.
All right, but you're also being accused of slander.
That's I don't know how that's possible. We have an upstanding newspaper, the New York Post, and there's a reason why we've been around for so long. I don't care. This president can come and go like the rest of them. But at the end of the day, we tell the stories, we tell the facts, and we tell the truth.
Can I ask? Are you okay?
Well, you see my last name, right, Your Honor?
Yellingston.
That's right. I come from a long line of Yellingstons. I've been yelling all my life, and so my parents, my grandparents, my super great-grandparents, they were one of the settlers out west, and they actually found Yellowstone Park.
All right. Well, now we know. Yes.
I do want to thank your family for their great service to the United States of America. And I think you, sir, should be ashamed of the splotch that you are putting on your family name.
You should be ashamed for the splotch you put on your family name. You did have sexual relations with that woman, Miss Lewinsky.
Oh, yes, I did. And I really enjoyed it.
And Lady Gaga. And Miley Cyrus.
I am an alpha male who spreads my seed wherever I can.
Well, that's fine. That's understandable. But how can you do that as the President of the United States? How can you do that and say that you're a morally sound character and a morally sound president? So put a splotch on your name, Mr. Clinton, President Clinton.
I don't believe that my sexual morals have anything to do with my successes running this country.
All right. Rock-a-bye, baby. Excuse me 1 second, you guys. On the treetop, when the wind blows, the cradle will rock. Mr. Clinton, maybe if you accompanied on saxophone? And the wind blows, the cradle will rock. The cradle
him up again by yelling.
Golly. Are you serious? You can't turn that off?
My baby,
Just it will have to, yeah.
When the wind blows, the cradle will rock. When the
Cradle rocks, the branch shakes around. When the branch shakes, the branch might for brownies. Okay, I think he's sleeping. Mr. Yellington.
I'm sorry, I'll try to keep my enunciation will be the same, but I will try to keep the decibel level down just for Junior's sake.
I mean, seriously, you must have vocal control.
I do have vocal control. I can have vocal control how loud I talk, but not how fast I talk, because I still have to yell, even if it's underneath my breath.
Alright, well, let's get to it, right? Mr. Former President Clinton,
Yes.
You are accusing Mr. Yellington of slander for remarks made about your new grandchild.
Yes. The New York Post has labeled my newest, my only, my first grandchild as not only a liberal, a crybaby, but also a party pooper. None of which he is. He is too young to choose liberal. He is too, well, I guess he does cry, so I will give you that. But he has yet to attend any parties at which he defecates on himself.
Well, I have to say that that's not what the connotation of the headline was supposed to mean. Because he's a crybaby. Every baby's a crybaby. We just heard it with Junior right now, right? He was crying, and I know that you want to make sure that you keep him under control, but he's still crying. Right? And then he's got to be liberal because he's born to that witch Hillary's granddaughter.
Now, I feel like this is another instance of slander. My lovely wife Hillary, she is not a witch. She is an accomplished politician and a strong woman who will probably kick your butt if she were here.
That's probably true, but I tell you what, Mr. President, I know the only reason why you're still married, we know about all this, the only reason why you're still married is because you and Hillary want to be the first ever quote-unquote husband and wife president duo in history so you can go down to the Guinness Book of World Records.
Well,
That sounds like an accusation.
We know the truth, because we're in the media, behind the scenes, we know what's going on.
Do you have evidence?
I do. I have an affidavit here from Miss Clinton herself. When she was here 2 years ago in Denver, Colorado.
An affidavit?
well, I
what?
won't deny that. We are a political power couple, and we want to be the first couple. Literally, both presidents.
Yeah.
See, that's the only reason why they're together, Your Honor. Why would she want to be senator of New York City? She didn't even live in New York City because she wanted to be...
That's none of your business, man.
Well, it is my business because I run a newspaper here.
Okay, well, just because you run a newspaper doesn't mean you get to stick your nose in
Well, that's my
everybody's
job.
business.
You gotta agree that you like that lineup. Another liberal crybaby and party pooper. Isn't that funny?
Let me get this straight. Mr. Yellington, what do you think the function and or purpose of news media is?
It's to tell whatever we want to tell about whoever we want to tell it about.
No, that's gossip.
We're the New York Post. We decide what's gossip, what's news.
Well, it sounds like you decided that news is gossip.
Well, I mean...
Well, technically, Your Honor, I think that depends on how you define the word decide.
That's a good point. Maybe we should ask the new grandchild to see what he thinks, or she thinks. Because maybe then, this is the reason, if there's any slander going on, it would have to be because the grandchild does not like the fact that it likes the headline that we gave it.
Mr. Former President Clinton, how old is your grandchild?
She is 2 weeks old.
Alright, so I think that option is out the window.
Well, Charlotte can maybe talk.
She is a Clinton, so she is a gifted speechifier. She is quite intelligent, but right now she is not giving interviews, especially to those that slander and soil the Clinton family name.
Mr. President, you are a public figure. Therefore, you should be able to give access to us and the rest of the media around the world. You can't be like the royals, and you cannot shelter your child from the rest of the world.
Why not? Do you have any children, Mr. Yellington?
I don't.
Yeah,
I did.
Yeah. What?
Not anymore.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Well, they both jumped off the New York Post building.
Oh my God.
Oh.
I'm so sorry.
I was yelling at them because
so sorry.
Because they soiled themselves as well.
Here, come on, just cry on my shoulder, Mr. Yellington. It's okay.
Thank you, Mr. President.
I'm here for you. No, it's okay. It's okay. You guys can stay back. I've got this.
Thank you, bailiff, for the handkerchief. I appreciate that. I want to get President Clinton's handkerchief all dirty with my tears.
Oh, now that's okay. I have hundreds and thousands of suits.
That are soiled?
Yes. I'm not going to say what they're soiled with, but I have many soiled suits.
Okay. Anyway, Your Honor, what you thinking about? What do you think this? I don't think this is...
Hey, it's all right. This has been an emotional day, I think, for all of us. And I'm going to make a ruling that you cut it out. Cut it out, Mr. Yellington. This is... And I'm going to be citing Wade versus Killer. This is a very famous case in 1987 in which something very much like this occurred. And the judge's ruling in that case was also cut it out. So Mr. Yellington, cut it out. Mr. Former President Clinton, thank you for playing saxophone, and congratulations on your new grandfathership.
Rockin' my baby on the treetop.
Okay, yeah, encore.
When the wind blows, the cradle will rock. Let's go outside live the courtroom to Wilford Taylor with post-trial thoughts with the plaintiff and defendant. Wilford.
I'm here with Mr. Bill Clinton. Well,
I'm very satisfied. I think the true pillars of law were upheld today, and I look forward to working with Mr. Yellington and in the future giving him a real interview where he can print the truth.
Mr. Yellington, today was brought up seemed emotionally intense memories. How are you doing right now?
I'm hanging in there right now. I could be doing better, but I just want to say that Mr. President Clinton is a fantastic man. He's a much better man than I ever thought, and every story I ever wrote about him, I'm so glad that he came there to my side and my aid to help me get over. This is the exact same day that both of my children jumped off the New York Post building.
Oh, today
was the anniversary, yeah. So the court case was on the same day, and so that's why it's been an emotional day for me, and I will work with the president from here on out to make sure that, well, the truth is a little bit more true than it was before, and that's the truth.
It sounds like minds have been expanded and hearts have grown here in another episode of Community Court.
The verdict has been made and the court of law has spoken. Tune in next week for another fascinating episode of Community Court.
Give the Wincast your suggestions via Facebook, Twitter, or the KZKO Win blog during the commercial break of a crime that needs to be solved during Truth and Justice. Next on KZKO.
You are listening to Win on KZKO. Check them out every Monday from 4 to 5 p.m. Mountain Time. Only on KZKO The Vibe.